Yes.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Backward Noise episode 247. I am your host, HydroxideAnt. We've got a bunch of interesting individuals on tonight. We have at least one interesting individual on tonight.
That's me.
Chance thinks I'm referring to him.
It is me, so you can fuck off. Go eat a shoe.
Will you go eat a shoe?
Go eat a shoe, Smelly.
So, this is how we're going to start the podcast. Chance eating a shoe has just become such a meme for us that I say that if you win this, Chance will eat a shoe.
You win this, I'll eat a shoe.
I say it.
Someone in a game once, because I said it like 3 times in one game, they're like, have you ever actually eaten a shoe? And I was like, no, but I could. Like, you just gotta boil it long. Like, if it's a leather shoe and you boil it long enough, you can eat it.
You know, like,
it's like
can and should are two separate things, you know.
Yeah, but
so.
you can. I mean, it also depends on the chemicals they treat the shoe with.
Yeah, hopefully that wasn't a freshly polished shoe either, because that wouldn't be very delicious. So I'm gonna run down on who we got here. We have Nick on tonight's show.
Quack.
Quack goes the duck.
Quack goes the Nick.
Quack, quack.
He's a Nick, but he's also a duck at heart, though. So we're all just ducks.
Quack, quack.
See? You know, people just duck from time to time. And then next on tonight's show, we have Chance.
The only person that matters.
And then we also have Nathan on tonight's show.
Howdy.
Hey,
Exactly.
Hi Nathan, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. Just cruising through senior year. How about you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just cruising through senior year. How about you?
You know, man, I am.
Here. I think I can answer this.
I'm
doing
alright, how
pretty
about
good
you?
over here. How about you?
Let's keep going in circles. We might be memeing from pre-show.
Pre-podcast.
Yeah.
That was a big topic there.
I don't even think it was on purpose during the pre-show, though. That's the thing.
The first time I did it, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I forgot that you literally just said, just cruising through senior year. And then I was like, how about you? And he was like, just cruising through senior year.
That's amazing. We only deal with the top of meme culture here on the podcast.
We are meme culture.
God, it's I just dropped my phone.
It's depressing.
But like
What's a meme?
May.
it is what we are.
Ultimate memers.
The dankest.
Only the dankest of memes are allowed in background noise.
Yeah, because if they're not dank enough, they just don't make it through the filter.
The filter.
Yeah,
the
there's a
meme
filter.
that we have.
Yeah.
We have installed in the podcast. It doesn't record anything you say unless it's memey enough.
Yeah, no, so if there's
It
ever...
bleeps it out.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ever hear a bleep, that's why.
Or bleep or dead air, because sometimes if we catch it fast enough, we can actually
Yeah, we
delete the last 5 seconds about.
Yeah.
So if you ever just hear 5 seconds flat, assume someone said something so un-memey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No dank memes.
Yeah, we
So-
only deal with dank memes here.
So Tony, I gotta ask. You know where that 5-second counter originated from, right?
Radio. Am I right?
Yep, someone just said something not memey enough.
Yeah.
Dead air.
Thought radio did it first, but I'm not sure.
I thought it was TV. I couldn't.
TV could have done it first.
I
I was
could
gonna say
be wrong, but I
BBC
thought it was
probably
TV.
did that a million years ago.
It's probably true, because I know radio uses a system like that, but I don't know if it's 5 seconds. I think they might do like a 30 seconds.
It's more like I know TV is 7 or 9, depending on it.
Radio might actually be around 30 seconds, that depending on the station, that they can hit a button and then 30 seconds will be dead air if the case it said something too horrible.
Oh, you know why?
they
It was
cursed?
because of the FCC originally.
Yeah, I would assume
Because
so.
there's only so many things you can say on either... Well, TV
That's
now
what I
is
was
getting
assuming.
better, like, about letting you say most things.
Well, no.
But
What would happen on TV is that as soon as somebody said it, people would send in complaints, and then you would get dinked for every network station that aired it. So it'd be like 30 grand for every time somebody said that word, and then you got to spread that across all of your networks.
did you
stations.
know that like you can't say Super Bowl on the radio?
Why is it trademarked?
Yeah, because the NFL owns the term
Trademark,
Super Bowl.
yeah.
So if you say Super Bowl,
And they don't.
you get
authorize
fined.
it. Yeah. Wow. That's dumb.
You can talk about a bowl. You can talk about a super person. But if
Superman's
you can even
bowl.
talk about a bowl that happens to be super, but you can't say Super Bowl. It's weird. There's some really weird like things you can and cannot say.
You're a weird thing you can and can't say. Ha, get ready.
They probably shouldn't say my name on the radio. No one will listen. They'll turn it all off. That's why we have to use aliases.
They'll
on
burn
the
it
show.
down.
Yeah. That's why we use aliases, you know? That's why I go by HydroxideAnt on here, because if I used my real name, it would have exploded a long time ago.
HydroxideAnt broadcasting from an undisclosed location. Because if they knew where I was, they'd shut me down.
An undisclosed
Yeah.
location, unless you
He's
listen.
actually operating in international waters.
I am.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep my Wi-Fi out here, but it's... I've been
Sometimes-
trying.
That's why sometimes it goes out.
It does, yeah. There's only so much I can do about it.
Got those cables that go under the water, you know?
Oh, is Henry here?
Those cables that don't exist. Transatlantic cables, whatever. They don't exist, right?
So, Nick, you might be able to answer me this. Does Henry actually not believe in those cables? Or is it just a meme at this point? Because I don't know
I
anymore.
think it's just a meme at this point.
At first, I know he was like, no, those aren't real. There's no way.
There's no
I'm
way.
gonna go with this is just a meme for 200.
But I'm pretty sure Steve was like, here's proof. These exist.
I'll take memes that people don't think are actually real for 300.
Wouldn't most memes not be real?
Fuck off.
Depends what you're defining real as. I'll admit it.
The Brazilian real. Duh.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything for this, so. The only thing I know about Brazilians is that they're good at Counter-Strike. Or they're really
they're
bad
not.
at Counter-Strike.
Or they're really bad. Opposite ends of the spectrum, man.
Yeah. There's no, like, middle ground for Brazilian players. You're either Cold Zera or you're random pugger number 12.
Is because we are from Bulgaria?
Who said that? Was that Bubble?
Dreamer? Or
Dreamer,
Bubble?
okay.
Victor? I don't know.
One of the Bulgarian guys.
I'm Googling it now.
If I had to guess, it's Bubble. I might be wrong.
It was Spy Leader.
I'm gonna guess Spy Leader, but I might be
This
wrong.
happens because we are from Bulgaria.
Yeah, you know, because everyone hates the Bulgarians. Like, that's the one place in the world that people are biased against.
Yeah, only Bulgaria.
Yeah, everywhere else is peaceful, you know? Like, it's
His
just...
post still makes me laugh, like his original post.
I actually don't remember it anymore.
Sorry for spam, but may I ask you all here, people, to give some answer on this? Is it fair a guy with a same case like Dreamer to be unbanned and have a chance to play normally, and we too try like already 1 year to fix it, and nobody respond on us seriously about the problem? Is this happens because we are from Bulgaria? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
I think it is.
I'd like to note that he put Bulgaria in capitals and then put a space after Bulgaria before he did 5 question marks. Let the record show.
You know, the CS
why do
meme
people do
community.
that?
I
Why
don't
do
know.
people put the space and then...
I do it now just for the meme.
But for people that actually do, like, the space and then the punctuation, I always felt like the people that do that aren't doing it on purpose.
What is your purpose?
I don't know what your purpose could be for spacing an extra character and then just
Between
dropping
the fucking...
it. Yeah, I don't...
Yeah.
Trying to come up with, like, other than, like, it's your, like, hey, I do this, by the way.
I do this, by the way.
I am the space before punctuation guy. This is all I have, so please don't judge me.
Judge,
As we're just sitting there judging.
They call me Big Judge. They call me Mark Judge.
Mark Judge.
Aaron Judge.
That's Aaron Judge is the baseball player.
I don't know where I got who's Mark Judge?
I don't know. Is there...
that's fucking Brett Kavanaugh's friend.
Oh, speaking of Brett Kavanaugh, didn't he get approved?
He passed the Senate Judiciary Committee, so then he goes to a full vote in the Senate. But enough moderate Republican senators have signed on saying that we should wait at least a week before a full Senate vote on his confirmation.
So I don't know a ton about this case here.
So pretty much, after he was nominated in July.
Didn't 3 women come out?
Yeah,
No?
so far, yeah.
3, yeah.
The first woman, Blasey Ford, she sent a letter to her congresswoman saying Brett Kavanaugh sexually assaulted me while I was in high school. Okay, the congresswoman sent it to senior senator from California, Dianne Feinstein. Okay. Dianne Feinstein sat on it and didn't tell anyone about it until after Kavanaugh's hearings, and then came out saying,
Whoops.
I have this information about Brett Kavanaugh, and then 2 other women came forward a few days later. Yeah.
So, I don't know why this just came to my mind. Is there statutes of limitation on that kind of thing?
On sexual assault?
Yeah.
In most states, yes. Like, I'm pretty sure New York is 7 years.
So they were California.
I don't know what California law is. I'm pretty sure Maryland has no statute of limitations on rape.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find out, because I don't know if he can be tried for so smaller way.
He couldn't be tried for it.
Okay.
But the point being, like,
It's you don't want that person as
we shouldn't have this person as a lifelong government official, you know?
Yeah. I didn't know if he could still get in legal trouble for it, but it looks like
Not
probably
really.
not. Yeah.
Unless they charged him with perjury, like if they have definitive proof that he actually did sexually assault one of these women, and they could charge him for perjury and lying to Congress.
Did he come out and say he didn't?
Yes,
Okay, then, yeah.
many times.
You know, you can lie to Congress and get away with it. Roger Clemens did it.
A lot of people have done it.
Roger Clemens got
So
off on the
did Bill
flukiest
So
fluke
did Bill
every day.
Clinton.
Do you know how Roger Clemens got out of it?
How?
So, Roger Clemens...
What did he say?
He said, I've never taken steroids, when he clearly took steroids.
When he did take steroids,
Yeah.
yes, I know that.
And
But, like, what did
he got off because there was another pitcher named Andy Pettitte, and there were a few questions that they weren't allowed to ask him. And the prosecution asked Andy Pettitte those questions, and they threw the case out. So, he got off on a technicality.
Wow.
It's like he very much lied. It was open and shut, but they went to water they weren't allowed to go into.
Oh, wow. 11 times All-Star, 2 World Series championships, 7 Cy Young Awards,
Yeah, he
1 AL MVP.
one of the most decorated pitchers in MLB history for sure. But
7 times ERA leader,
yeah, me
5 times AL strikeout leader.
He's gonna see so many stats for this
Wow.
guy, but he still lied to, you know.
Yeah. He still lied.
Yeah, but he got away with it because the prosecution fucked up. That's what happens.
Yeah, it happens.
You know, if that's what
Happens
you're
way
gonna
too
let
often.
happen, and the people are gonna escape and be fine. I wonder if that person ever got a job again. You'd think so, though. If you were the lawyer, like for a case up that high, but you you were really messed up, you think you would still get some lower court case stuff, right? You don't think your career is over.
Mm.
That's fair. I was looking for more chance because he knows politics stuff.
Say that again, though?
If you mess up at the Supreme Court as a lawyer, do you think you get your career is over?
Yes.
Or, okay. Do you don't think you get any other like lower jobs?
Yeah, you can. If you fucking... If you even bring one case to the Supreme Court as a lawyer, you will forever be on the board of visitors of any college you'd ever like. You know, you could fucking charge $100,000 to give speeches at graduations and commencements and everything like that.
That's fair.
So, like, your life's not over. I mean, your legal career is pretty much over, but you could... Yeah, I shouldn't even say that. Your career in actually trying cases... Or not trying cases, but, you know, bringing cases before any reputable court is pretty much over.
Okay.
Because the only time you'll ever discuss law is in a classroom after that.
Fair. No, that's,
Actually, it's funny, one of the women that testified on behalf of Brett Kavanaugh, like, not testified on his behalf, but spoke on his behalf at his, on the first day of his hearings, has tried, like, 20 cases before the Supreme Court.
Really?
Or brought 20 cases before the Supreme Court or something like that, yeah.
How many did
It's
she
ridiculous.
won?
I don't know. I should look that
If
up.
you said 20, I would freak out. I'd be like, that... If I ever got in trouble, let me know who this lawyer
I
is.
feel like if that wasn't brought to attention how many she had won, they're probably just
I'm
saying
Googling it now.
20 because the ratio isn't very good.
Fair.
I'm Googling it now.
No, I'm very curious.
Because, like, 20 cases before the Supreme Court sounds a lot better than she won 3 cases in the Supreme Court.
She has argued 35 cases before the Supreme Court, prevailing in 33.
Oh.
Wow, okay.
Oh, man. You know how I was joking about if I ever get in trouble, that's the person I want to go to? Now I'm serious. If I ever get in trouble, I think I know who I'm calling.
Yeah, but she at that point
Tony,
she's
are you
more
trying
like
to
a
tell us something?
constitutional
I have no
lawyer.
idea. I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
No, that's funny. Chance, if you had to give me percentage, what percentage chance do you think that Kavanaugh makes it through?
About 85.
Really? That high?
I'd say about 85%
Okay.
chance that he gets confirmed.
Okay. Interessante.
Unless, barring anything major happening within the next week, I would say about an 85% chance that he's confirmed.
Fair?
I mean, you might have a few defections. If anything, either, you know, probably like Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins maybe vote no, but at that point, fucking, you still have Pence there to break the tie. They just go nuclear
the
with
man
Pence,
himself.
and he breaks the tie.
You know what his college friends called him, right?
What?
Mike Pence.
Yeah, what did they call him?
Mike.
I'd love to know. Which name are you gonna go with?
They called him Mike.
Mike Zap the Traps Pence.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Mike Lake It in the Pooper. Fuck, I can't remember what the last
Doesn't
part
say
was.
that doesn't rhyme.
No,
What
there was
was
something.
the one, the Mike
Like it in the
smoking
crapper.
doesn't cause lung cancer?
Oh yeah, he doesn't believe that smoking causes cancer. But no, it's Mike Like It in the Crapper, you get the Zapper Pence.
Well, I'm just used to Mike shock the gay away. Pence.
Yeah. Putting the amp in straight camp Pence. There's a whole list online. Let's see if I can find it.
This
I'm
is
more
sort of
used
weird.
to, you know, fun topics.
Mike Electrocute the Fruit Pence.
Why are there so many of these?
Alright, I think it's time to roll for a top.
I'm just gonna. Does anyone have a die on them?
I rolled a 12.
Alright, give me a second to pull that up. Okay. Alright, so, I mean, we streamed this on Twitch, and this topic was written a long time ago. So maybe people watching this are probably gamers, but if you had to suggest a single video game for a non-gamer, what game would you suggest? Like someone doesn't play video games at all. Let's say if there's a person that exists, this is a hypothetical person, that they never played video games before.
Fortnite.
I would not.
I mean, if you've never played video games before, that's the most simple, basic game that you could suggest. It's a simple concept. It's got simple mechanics.
No.
It may be bad, and you may not like it, but it's a simple game.
If we're talking about simple games, clearly you're missing things
Simple
like
game.
Tetris.
I'm gonna suggest you Tetris and fucking. Like no, that's dumb as hell.
It's bad that
You're not
like
gonna play fucking Tetris.
off the
I
bat.
think he means like a fucking modern day video game.
So
Can we like
hey Tony,
break that down a
the
little bit
last
more?
time all of us were hanging out, what did we play?
they did play Tetris.
You fucking loser.
So you can shush your mouth there, son.
So
Then again, when we were there, you guys were playing fucking Smash.
it's true.
I mean, Tetris isn't my idea of a video game, but to each their own.
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't even count that as a video game. Fuck you. I'm saying I took the topic as within the last like 15 years.
I would say that. Yeah, typically. Well, I mean, if we're
Contemporary
gonna
game?
be fair,
Like a
I would
linear attack?
argue that Tetris isn't a bad answer, just because they remake Tetris every few years anyway.
Fine. Can we say contemporary game?
Sure.
How about that, Steve?
Do you
Not
consider the
Steve,
recent
Nick.
Mario titles as contemporary?
Yeah.
So I just want to throw this out there in chat. Brecken said Nintendogs, and I think she wins.
Wow, that's actually so true. I forgot about Nintendogs.
That's the game you showed someone for the first time. But like off the bat,
Hey,
I
Nintendogs
feel like
is a lot of fun.
the obvious answer that no one said so far is Minecraft. I feel like
Yeah, true. I guess.
I wanted to say Minecraft, but there's also a whole lot to go on with Minecraft.
there is, but I feel like you can
Yeah,
drop
but you could play it
people.
without getting in depth.
That's
Still,
true.
you don't have
can,
to, like,
you can play on
depth.
creative mode.
I'm saying, like, you could just fucking play on creative mode and do nothing but build, or you could literally just take it as get resources, build a house, and do nothing else. You know, you don't have to get into fucking redstone and brewing and anything that actually requires more than 3 IQ.
I feel like there's a friendly version of Minecraft that you could give to someone as their first game, and it won't be bad for them.
I feel like that would just be the older versions of Minecraft when it wasn't so
I was gonna say
complex.
fucking all the beta versions maybe, or alpha versions.
Dude,
Or like
back when
right
sponges
before
were in the game?
1.0 or 1.0. Because then you don't have to worry about like trying to tame a horse or gliding around with whatever the hell those capes are nowadays.
I've
Yeah,
never
like,
even played it with horses.
So
I haven't played it since 1.2.5, like 5 years ago.
However, I would say that you would probably get fairly confused without somebody teaching you or having a tutorial.
With some aspects, but you don't. As I said, you don't have to get in depth.
it's fair. I mean, maybe Minecraft isn't the winning answer here.
Fuck that shit. Fuck Minecraft.
Okay,
no one
here's what
put
I'm
that
thinking
much
about
time.
here. And this sounds bad, but
World of Warcraft.
I'm sort of comparing these two. Would my mother understand how to play this game?
You're gonna say Pokemon Go.
That's not a bad choice,
I mean,
actually.
my dad understood how to play Counter-Strike. He wasn't good at it, but he understood it.
It's fair.
Played it a few times.
Nick, what were you gonna say though? Like, what was in your head?
Well, I kept going back to Mario Odyssey, but then I think about how my mother had assist mode on in Mario Odyssey, and she could not figure out where to go in the first world.
Speaking of Mario games, Mario Kart probably, right?
Mario Kart, yeah.
Mario Kart would be a fair choice.
I love Mario Kart. Still probably one of the best games of all time.
Although I do also like Pokemon Go as a choice.
It's not bad, right?
Pokemon Go sucks.
For someone who's never played like a video game before,
Pokemon Go sucks.
was
Yeah, but it's
Either
very
way.
friendly to those who have never picked up a
I
controller.
guess. But you don't pick up a controller to play Pokemon Go, though.
Exactly.
Or even a mouse and
You're
keyboard.
using something that you're familiar with.
With your phone.
Yeah, true. That's true.
It'd be like a
Easier
segue
transition,
into like,
definitely.
and then
Yeah.
in
Why do you
chat.
think games like Candy Crush have so many people playing?
Because Candy
Fair.
Crush is shitty and it's simple.
And Kim Kardashian owns Candy Crush. All right. Anyways,
Wait, what?
but Kim Kardashian, I'm pretty sure, owns Candy Crush.
Stop, I hope you're lying.
No, she owns. She either
She might have
fully
shares
owns
in
it or she owns most of it.
She might be a shareholder in it, but I know who definitely owns it.
Okay, I could have sworn that that made a lot of news when Kim Kardashian.
I'm
was-
Googling it.
Anyways, in chat, we saw Nintendo is perfect for casual gamers, Brain Age, Cooking Mama, any stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Brain Age isn't bad. My mom played Brain Age. If I'm thinking the right game. Let me look up Brain Ages.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, okay,
It
my
was
mom played
Activision.
Brain Age, yeah.
Brain Age. What's that?
It was a game that had like a bunch of mini games in it. It had like games like Memory, like a bunch of like matching games.
It was to make your brain work hard.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, all the articles are about Kim Kardashian's game because she has her own game about how it killed Candy Crush. Those
I
are
thought
articles that I know.
that she.
Who knows? Maybe she's an investor. I don't know.
I don't know why. Maybe.
She's rich. People are rich.
Yeah.
So.
Now I'm looking.
Gross.
Why did I thought?
I have like 1,000 news articles saying like
Kim
Kim
Kardashian
Kardashian's
game is
game
killing Candy Crush.
Candy
Yeah.
Crush.
I'm looking at it too.
Nothing.
I don't
really
know why I
good, like,
thought
running.
that she owned Candy Crush. I'm wrong so often at this point that it doesn't even surprise
I'm
me
never
anymore.
I'm
The
never
only
wrong.
reason why I was pretty sure that she didn't own it was because I had to do a project that was
On
looking
Candy Crush?
into Candy Crush and who owned it, and I was like, dude, Activision owns it, and they make
Activision
Activision
owns Candy Crush. Why? Candy Crush
They-
Black Ops 2
they
coming
get
out
so
soon.
much freaking money from Candy
I bet
Crush.
they
It's
do.
not
Crush.
even funny. They crush.
Ha!
They really, really crush.
How funny is that?
Uh,
Like, would you like to take a guess as to how much mobile apps and Candy Crush make up in their yearly sales?
It has to be disgusting. Of Activision?
Yeah.
It's got to be at least half. Because Activision, as far as I know, doesn't come out with like a new game every year anymore. I could be wrong.
Well,
about
they're
that.
also, I think they're also a publisher at this point, so they tend to have stuff coming out every year.
Okay. Then I would
But also keep
say
in mind, this is including microtransactions.
I feel like 50% isn't a bad guess.
microtransactions, the best invention ever, right,
Yeah.
guys?
I'm gonna go 50% is what I'm guessing.
I'd have to pull up one of their old quarterlies to look it up, but I'm pretty sure you're about right.
Okay. It makes sense because it's like so many people will just be like, I want that extra life in Candy Crush, here's $20. That's probably not $20, but something along those lines. Oh, I forget what we were talking about before we got the... Oh, we're talking about games.
Games
For...
for a person who's never played video games.
Do you have
before.
one, Nathan?
Yeah, what's yours?
I was thinking about it. And I'm probably just biased because I've been on a pretty big high on it recently. But Magic the Gathering Arena went into open beta
Okay.
on Thursday of this past week. And now is actually a really great time to start for anyone who is interested, but has been kind of, I guess, intimidated by the amount of cards and like the community, because I know the community can be a little bit elitist, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get yelled at, and even though it's to their advantage, they're still gonna call you out on it. But 5 sets of cards just rotated out, and we just lost like 1,000 cards total.
Is it just like balancing kind of stuff? Is what they're doing?
No, it's just like a block rotation. So right, like they come out with a set,
Okay.
and then after however many sets come out,
They remove old
rotate
ones.
out some of the old ones. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we just lost
Okay.
about 1,000 cards and gained around 300. So the amount of cards that are in standard has been severely reduced. So it's not a bad time to learn. It's not a bad time to start learning.
That's fair.
They lost 1,000. So how many are there total? Holy fuck.
There's a lot.
dude.
Usually,
That sounds like a lot of work
the
to
first
learn
set that
about.
comes out is around 280, and then the set following is close to like 180.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
I don't like that.
If you play like games like that, you have to know so
Yeah.
many cards.
You have to be committed.
But that would be the thing you do, probably. So you probably would know.
It sounds more like a job than a game. Holy fuck.
It depends if that's what your thing is, you know? If you're very into that card game, then it's 100% just a fun hobby. And you might not know all of the cards. Like, Nathan, you're into Magic, but I would gander to say that you don't know every Magic card.
No,
It's
not
nearly impossible, I
nearly
think.
every card. Dude, this game's been out for
Right?
over 25 years.
So it's just... If you did, you would have to be Albert Einstein. Or some big brain that, like, only was, like, a professional Magic player as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, Magic isn't bad. Like, in the game video. Because Magic Arena, I assume, is, like, the video game version.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just an online version of Magic.
E. That actually reminded me of Tabletop Simulator. It's a video game that's just board games. That one might not
That's true.
be bad. Like, hey, you never played video games before? Alright, hop on this computer and we're going to play board games online. But I do like,
Yeah, let's go play some Monopoly or Secret Hitler.
right? I feel like any card game, though, might not be... I'm trying to think, would Hearthstone be easier to get your head around than Magic the Gathering? It might
I
be.
don't.
Not
I
sure.
don't know, because Hearthstone, I think, is probably easier. I think Magic probably has a higher cap.
Definitely. But
Um,
for like someone who hasn't played like a game before, if we're talking about, I don't know, would Hearthstone be a better first
I'm
game?
gonna argue that Hearthstone has a friendlier entrance.
Probably.
Like it's more helpful in learning and as like a first time sort of thing.
Yeah, that's fair. It also doesn't have. It kind of does, but it doesn't really have effects that your opponent can play during your turn.
That's
Like it has
true.
secrets, but other than that, you're really the one in control of your turn. In Magic, you can play like 3 cards, and none of them will actually reach the battlefield because your opponent decided to counter all of them. That's just, it's a little bit easier, I think, in Hearthstone, probably. Yeah.
But I would say it's easier to rise up in Hearthstone, but the complexity is still the same. Because for Magic, it seems like it comes at you all at once, whereas with Hearthstone, as you get up there, you're sort of seeing more of it over time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fair. I feel like in the long run they're probably about the same. Like when it comes to, I don't know. I feel like
I feel like Magic has an extra leg on complexity just because of the sheer amount of cards that you have out there.
sure. I want to say that Magic has a higher skill ceiling. If you could say like skill ceiling when it comes to card games, because I bet you can.
Oh yeah. There's definitely, I mean, you have to understand the meta. You have
Yeah.
to understand how your cards interact. You have to understand, like, is this a good time to cast my card? You have to understand the effects of, like, the cards that came out
It's fair.
in this new set that we got, or we're getting on Friday, actually. The pre-release started today, but the set we're getting on Friday,
Ooh.
there are, like, 4 new effects in this one set. There's Convoke, which allows you to tap creatures to pay for spells. There's Surveil, which is like Scry. You get to look at the top few cards of your library, and you can either put them back or put them into your graveyard, which can be beneficial because you can sometimes cast cards from your graveyard for cheaper costs and stuff like that. There's Mentor, which if a creature with Mentor attacks, it can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature with less attack than it has. And the other one is Undergrowth, where it has an effect for however many creatures are in your graveyard. So there's so much stuff.
That is a lot of stuff, even from this one series of cards to learn. So I definitely see where, yeah, I just have, because I feel like Hearthstone's skill ceiling isn't super high. I say this, and they probably will anger someone because it's still high. Because to know in any game situation, to know what's coming at you or what should be coming at you, that's decently knowledgeable. You know, you have to be pretty good to understand this. In this situation, this is what this person's going to do against me. When you can apply that to any game, I think it's you got some skill for sure. But so when it comes to beginner games for new video game babies, they don't have to be children, of course, but do we got anything else?
I can't think of anything.
If there's a tic-tac-toe
I would
in
say
that.
Pac-Man, but then Chance is going to complain again.
I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna say it's not like a modern game.
And to be fair, the Tetris game that we play was put on the Switch.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I could say fucking, oh, well, you know, it's easy for my dad to learn arcade games from the 1970s. That's what he grew up on, you know?
I thought you were going to say Pong.
Yeah, even Pong.
I mean, that's fair.
It depends, because
Like
if it's someone's first video game, if you're preparing them for games that are now, I don't know if like the arcade route is the best one. If you want to be like, hey, if you play these games for like a year, you might be able to play new games coming out. But you could totally just jump into like any game, really.
Actually,
I bet, but
You know what I would be willing to put up as a relatively decent game?
what?
Portal 2.
Portal or Portal 2? Portal 2, especially because of the co-op.
Portal's
Yeah,
boring.
that's what I'm thinking about, because not only do you get to
It's
learn,
boring.
I actually really
you
like
also get to
Portal
work
2.
with somebody else, and if you can't figure it out, you can learn from the other person if they know it.
Yeah, that yeah, any like co-op game probably would be a great game, right?
I would say Left 4 Dead is not.
Fair. I was thinking
Why not
more
Left 4 Dead?
co-op and not
That game loves to
multiplayer.
screw you over.
Like
Who?
co-op strictly 2 people.
Or Dark Souls.
I would never hurt someone like that. To be like,
Dark
oh, what
Souls.
you first game? Ha! Dark Souls. We're gonna give you the game that wants you like you're gonna want to kill yourself by playing.
Dark Souls.
Oh man.
Mmm.
Say, Nick, you played Dark Souls for a while, right?
Delicious.
You guys played like Dark Souls 3, I think, right? Or was it 2?
Yeah,
Delicious.
Steve and I played Dark Souls 3 co-op for a little while. I want to say we got to the halfway point in the game.
Halfway there.
Co-op kind of makes that game a joke.
halfway
Does it?
there.
It doesn't make it like easy mode, right? It's not like, oh, you could just like grab a friend and just bash through the game in like an hour. It's still like a challenging Dark Souls game, but like one of the earlier bosses, the Abyss Watchers, the boss can be staggered when you deal enough damage to him.
Yeah.
Like if you just use like a broadsword, you can stagger him on each hit. You just have to kind of worry about the other guys that spawn at the varying stages of the fight. But if you and a buddy are hitting him with like a broadsword, you're going to be doing a bunch of damage. You probably have enough stamina to get like 3 or 4 hits in, if not more. Like, that's a lot of damage, and he's just going to sit there and take it all.
That's a lot of damage. But, I mean, yeah, but you actually gotta think about doing that.
I don't know a lot about Dark Souls. When you play co-op, does the game balance itself out for co-op, or is it exactly the same game? By that I mean,
believe it's
does the
exactly
difficulty
same
ramp up
game,
at all?
I believe the only time it ramps up is when you make it so that you can summon more than just... What is it? More than one ally? I'm forgetting now.
Yeah, it's because if they didn't ramp up the difficulty, then I'd be like, well, maybe that would make it way easier. Obviously, like, it's still Dark Souls.
Actually,
but...
no, yeah, they do ramp up the difficulty.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about this more because the way that it works is that if you're summoning an ally, you're also making yourself vulnerable to enemies, because then people can invade you. And if you make it so that you can summon more friendlies,
more people,
then there can also be more people that can invade you at the same time. So I would say in that aspect, yes. But in other aspects, like totally bum rushing a boss with just staggers, yeah, that's also kind of broken.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
I feel like it's definitely possible to be broken. But yeah, I think, yeah, obviously Dark Souls to be a horrible game to start off with, but anyways, I think we got some nice games that would be interesting to start off with at the very least. So does anyone else have a dice they want to roll or something?
Dice?
Or chance you could pick number 1 through 20
I
if
was
you
gonna
want.
say random number generator.
Random number generator.
1 through 20, I got 9.
Do you really want 9?
Juicy topic. Is it not a good one? Okay, fine. 10.
Well, I mean, if you say yes to 9, this is a thing we haven't done in a very long time.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Ooh. It's D&D, isn't it?
No.
Okay,
No.
let's just do it. It's lightning round.
It's a lightning round.
Yeah,
It's lightning round.
And, Chance, have you ever done a lightning round before?
Yep.
You have the ability, since you've done a lightning round before, to pick someone else for the lightning round, or do it yourself.
Everyone here has done one, right?
Nope.
Oh.
Nathan, you haven't?
Nope.
Yeah, but Nathan's boring.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Okay, fine. We'll do Nathan.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants it.
We'll do
Yeah,
Nathan.
man.
Okay. So.
I'm already typing my questions.
Well, I'm handwriting these. What year am I from, man? So I used to have a bunch of questions that I would ask every time, but I don't remember them. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I'm doing great ones.
I have one.
I'm already on 3.
You guys are going fast.
I only got one.
And of course, as always, if chat, you guys have any, you're more than welcome.
The chat questions are always the best. It's like, would you date a girl with 6 toes? Only 6, like total.
Oh, total. I thought you meant each foot. That's what I was picturing. So 12 is like the...
I was picturing like 11, like the one foot had 6.
And the other one is 5.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I still don't like it, but...
Yeah, it's...
I mean,
I don't know if that'd be a necessarily a deal breaker or not, but...
No, it's not. It's just, it's like strange, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being different or strange or anything like that, but... It's just like it would catch me off guard.
It catch you off guard when you're like, oh, let me lick your feet, baby girl.
But if you said that, I'd be like, Chance, hello?
I don't know. I think Nathan's the type of guy to have a foot fetish, I think.
No,
Yeah.
feet are gross.
I have the weirdest questions that are coming up for me.
Good.
Fantastic.
Or rather, I'm considering them weird.
So I'm starting to remember some of my old topics or old questions, and now I'm happy again.
What, your standard ones?
I have a few of them back.
All the standard questions. Those are the best. Really gives us insight into the person's mind. Some people can probably guess what my first question is.
You gay?
No.
He's gonna ask if I would go out with him.
Nope.
I have one that's just really, really straightforward.
You know, that's what
It's a
happens.
classic.
So you know,
It's one of my classic questions that I've asked like everyone.
it's not Chris, so it doesn't ask something about Arch Linux.
What is your favorite Linux distribution?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That gave me an idea for a question, though.
Oh god, so Nick's gonna be fucking lame.
Alright, so I'm gonna say, what time is it? I've gotten 8:03, we're going to 8:05. And then we're gonna cap it there for time to come up with questions.
Alrighty.
So that's just 2 more minutes.
I'm already done.
Alright, man. You can be done all you want.
Don't talk to me like that.
You can be done all you want.
Don't talk to me like that.
Fine, don't be done. See if I care.
Don't talk to me like that.
Fine.
Please talk to me like that.
Okay.
Not the one-word answers part.
Oh.
I hate you.
Alright, let's see. I have 8:04. I'm going off my computer clock, so if someone else has another time, bite me.
I have 8:04:41.
Ooh.
And... Just kidding. And...
No,
Three.
not yet.
2, 1. Well,
It's
for you, you're a few
gonna
seconds behind
be,
mine.
yeah, I am
5,
decently
4,
behind you, I
3,
guess.
2,
It's 8:05 now.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there we go.
I was right. Damn,
Yeah.
I'm nuts.
I'm happy with my questions.
I have a decent amount.
I got 14.
Alrighty.
I usually branch off my questions, so...
Did you say 14?
Yes.
I have 6. I have 6.
Oh god. This might be the first
Some
time
of
I
them
don't
are
have the
very
most
short
questions.
How many do you have, Hydro?
I'm counting. I have 15.
Alrighty.
So, we're gonna do this, like, classic lightning round style. We're gonna go one by one, you know, and then we'll keep going until we are all
So we're
out.
out.
So the first question I'm gonna ask, Nathan, if you had to pick a favorite D&D class, what would it be?
Cleric.
Cleric, okay.
So many different playstyles.
My next.
No, it's Nick. We just
That's
go
gay.
order of TeamSpeak.
It's gay.
Alright. Have you ever been out of the country and why?
Out of the country, yes. I've been to Scotland with my grandmother and a couple of my cousins and my older brother to visit that side of the family.
Nice. How many times per week do you have sexual fantasies about Hydro?
I forgot that's your question. You always ask people. Damn it.
That is a solid 0.
That's better that
Can I
way.
give a follow-up?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
That's another question we're going to Hydro.
Alright, this is lightning round, so he is allowed to dictate things like that. Alright, so this is still a D&D related question, Nathan. If you had to live as a D&D class, what would you be? I'm gonna say live as a D&D character. Give me a race and a class.
Would everyone else? I have to interject. Would everyone else also have to be one, or would everyone else be normal people? Because I think that would influence his answer.
I'd like to hear both.
Okay.
Well, I definitely think I would enjoy being a human. 'Cause, you know, playing dwarves and stuff like that is fun, especially when they give you constitution and wisdom modifiers. But I definitely think I'm gonna have to play more of a normal human. Maybe I could maybe go for a Triton. I think a Triton would be pretty cool. But I think for the time being, we're gonna stick with human.
Okay.
Cleric is definitely probably the way I want to go. The only thing is, like, what domain do I want? Right? Because, like, there's so many different domains. I've been having a blast with Tempest, no pun intended.
Oh my god.
I've been interested in the nature domain. I feel like that could be a pretty cool character. But there's also, in Xanathars, there's a domain of the dead or something like that, where it's all about, like, preventing death of, like, your allies and stuff. It's not necessarily preventing death, it's prolonging
Oh, nice.
is the
That's
idea
of
of
course
it.
fun.
Because everyone is due to die.
Nice.
Um,
Same.
And the idea of that domain is not that you are preventing it, but it's just kind of like, this is not your time. So I think that'd probably be the one I would want. I think that's a pretty cool one.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to Nick.
Staying in the D&D sort of theme, what would be your moral alignment? Would it something like chaotic neutral, lawful evil, etc.?
If this character is me, it would probably be lawful good. I mean, it's boring, but hey, that's me.
Be who you
Yeah,
are.
you're a pretty boring dude.
He's more interested in the chance.
That's fucking
Oof.
funny.
Sometimes the
My
truth
question
hurts.
now?
Yeah.
Are the transatlantic cables a lie?
This question is very important.
It's important to your future in the team.
Well, I have not seen these transatlantic cables.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you live by the policy, like a more broad question, because you're gonna evade answering the question because you're a dumb bitch. Do you believe in the policy of if I can't see it, it doesn't exist?
That is 2 questions going to Hydro.
I'm narrowing down.
We didn't get an answer to the first
yeah,
one.
you didn't
I want
answer
an
either
answer.
one. So.
I said I hadn't seen them.
That's not an answer. That's not a yes or no answer.
Tony, would you interpret that as a no? I don't believe in them.
No, I feel like he's like solid middle ground here.
All right, I'm gonna put it on.
Transatlantic cables are a lie. I didn't know there was a TeamSpeak group about that.
I have that group.
Yeah.
I'm playing the deist of this discussion. I've not seen them. I will not try to
You,
prove
you
their
don't have
existence,
full
nor
faith
will I
in
deny
it. You
them.
gotta take the tag.
Okay.
I didn't even when I was first asked, I didn't even answer before I was given the role.
To be fair, this is also you, Chance. We love giving you tags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I need healing.
Okay. So I guess that's gonna move us on me. What, Nathan? What is your opinion on vaping and vapors? The people that vape.
Oh, I mean, I have family members that have done it. I have family members that still do it. Honestly, I don't care what you do as long as you're not harming other people, right?
It's fair.
Like, if you wanna go and, like, sip on a pen instead of smoke a cigarette, you know, do you, man?
All right.
Alrighty.
That prompts a question.
So, you could choose one age to stay as forever. What age and why?
I can see your face.
Actually, this would be a really good talking topic.
It would
for
be
later.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jot that down. By the way.
Do we want to save that for another time then?
No, we can do it post lightning round.
Yeah.
But Nathan is more than welcome to say answer since it is his lightning round.
Dog.
I'm gonna... The first age that came to mind was, like, somewhere in the mid-20s. So I feel like that's kind of where you have, like, freedom. And that's,
And that's when you're poor.
well...
Hey, you're staying as that age forever, which means
You have
You're
time.
poor.
you
Forever.
can always work yourself up in money.
Exactly.
Fine.
You could be the youngest, like, anything, dude.
Although we'll save the discussion for later.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
That's gonna move us down to Chance then, I believe.
Okay, so for Hydra's question, you said you can do anything as long as it's not harming other people, right? Is that correct?
That is what I said, yes.
So, touching upon that, do you think bestiality should be illegal because it doesn't harm anyone else?
It's not necessarily true.
That... Okay.
Lawyer man Chance to the rescue.
This is what I say to libertarians.
Is
so-
this bad that I actually have an opinion on this?
This is what I say to people that call themselves libertarians.
So... I guess that statement needs a little bit of doctoring on my part.
You need to clarify your original statement.
A little bit, yeah.
As long as it's not harmful to other people or society, or other species.
Yeah, I feel like
I think so long as
Other-
it's not harmful or unethical.
Unethical, maybe. Yeah.
unethical. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That could
I
work.
I know this is not my lightning round, but I feel like I have to interject my own opinion here.
Okay.
I think bestiality is wrong unless you're fucking a bear or something. The reason is because if that bear did not want you to have sex with it, it can easily stop you and will maul you.
Vladimir
Holy shit.
Putin-looking guy over here.
Okay, okay, I see he did it for the vine, but it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You're never gonna unsay that.
I've said this before, so
Like you can't walk back from it.
No.
You can't unsay that.
no, it's not something I would want to unsay because it's something I stick by.
That's to keep it in the public
I'm
record.
not gonna stick by you on that. If this comes up later and I'm asked about it, I'm gonna be like, nope.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Yeah.
I do not recall.
Alright.
I did not have sexual relations
With that bear?
with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, with that bear, Mr. Grizzly.
Mr. Grizzly!
Now that really hijacked the lightning round.
Okay, back to lightning round.
That's
Hydro,
thunder.
question for Nathan.
Oh, those are fireworks. Do you guys hear that?
No, I'm in a basement.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant on my
Oh,
mic,
you're lame.
like right now.
Oh yeah, no, we
Yeah,
I-
I,
It kills me not to know
So that might be a thing. Anyways, it's my question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nathan, what is your favorite kind of soda? I have written down an answer here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do. It's Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I wrote down Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
There's,
Do you know?
there's a cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper that you can get at the
Ooh.
soda machines that has like all the different options, right?
The
That you-
cherry what? The cherry vanilla one?
Yeah, the cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper.
That sounds
is a good one.
That sounds delicious.
That is a very good one.
Cherry vanilla is a good combination of flavors.
It
Yes.
definitely is.
I respect your answer. Nick, it is your question. The floor is yours.
Immortality or invincibility?
Invincibility.
Okay.
Does invincibility come with the fact that you can still die?
Invincibility means that
Like old
you'll
age,
die of
right?
old age.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it.
So, Mr. Nathan,
That's me.
who is the greatest president of all time?
Greatest president. You know,
All time.
that's a good question. I'm glad you asked me instead of someone who's better informed on the presidents. I'm also glad you asked me instead of someone who actually like cared about politics.
Okay. Continue.
FDR was pretty good.
Okay, good. Because after the question in my notepad, I wrote down, "And why is it not FDR?" So,
So there's no follow-up question. That's what you're
No
trying to get at. Yeah. All right, so it's gonna be my question again. Nathan, what is your favorite non-soda drink?
Good old sweet tea like my mama makes.
Ooh, sweet tea is good.
Mm.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect you as a man.
I got a question.
Shoot.
Cats or dogs?
Fuck. Okay. I have that written down.
I do have 3 dogs. I am a cat person.
Nice.
Don't get me wrong, I love dogs. I love all 3 of my dogs. I love them very much. But I'm a cat person. When I was 2 years old, I got a cat.
disgusting.
And he actually passed away 2 years ago.
Aw.
Never mind, I'm mean.
So we had him for about 14 years. And I grew very close to him. We had a very tight bond, I would say.
Sounds like a good kitty.
Mm.
If I wasn't allergic to cats, I'd be way more pro-cat.
Yes, because
Yeah.
part of our friend group is
Speed
like
allergic to
deathly
cats.
allergic to cats.
Yeah.
I want a cat one day. I'm not the biggest fan, but I want
I
one.
had one, they're not worth it.
Why not?
Anyways, we're gonna go by that joke. And,
I think it flew over everyone.
yeah, that's okay.
Over my head.
That's some juicy post-show content, let me tell you.
I think the post show is actually on sale this week.
That is, so if you guys want to pay $8,000 for the post-show, just for
I
this
thought
week.
it was $3.99 this week, but I got my numbers wrong.
Oh, my notebook was upside down, it is $3.99.
My notebook was up 8,000 just turned into $3.99.
It's like one time I was playing Counter-Strike, and I got blind, and I said, I can't hear you, I'm blind.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was wondering why these zeros had little tails. That
It's-
makes much more sense.
What is your...
Yeah, little tails, man, and there's not as many as I thought.
There's less of them.
Yeah, it's weird.
That 8 was a 3. That's new.
Anyways, I have no idea whose question it is
Mirror?
anymore. Completely.
It's Chandler's.
It's mine.
Okay, 'cause
Okay.
that's thoughts.
Yeah.
Next question. Would you date a girl, or guy, I don't judge, with 7 fingers on each hand?
On each hand.
So
On each hand.
that's a whole 14 fingers.
That's 14 fingers in total. Thank you, Hydro, for your quick maths.
You know, like, that's why I went to college.
Quick math. This is why I'm in college.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for a little bit of clarification. Probably won't change my answer. But what are the extra fingers?
What do you
Like,
mean?
are they index? Are they ring? Are they thumbs?
I think it's
I would
fair to also ask where they are located.
I would say 2 thumbs and 2 pinkies.
Okay.
They'd be right next to your existing thumb and pinky on the outer.
Would they be like they follow
would
the
be-
size order too?
Yes. No. They'd be the same size as your existing pinky.
Because I like to think that if the pinky, it's like a new pinky, it's smaller than your normal pinky,
No,
and
it's
your
the same
thumb
size.
is a little bit bigger.
It's the same size.
Are they functional and
They're
can
functional.
move, like, independent
Yes.
of...
Yes.
Okay.
Independent of the other matching finger. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd be... I was gonna say I'd be down, but that sounds a lot more like
Yeah.
Gummy
not what I was
and
going
disgusting.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a.
Like
I feel like
Well,
if
yeah,
Kyle
I-
was
I-
here right now.
he'd have made a sex joke.
Yeah.
That's also because he's 12.
He's way older than all of us.
He's 12.
But
He's-
yes,
He's
would.
12 inversed and then plus a few. Somewhere around
Alright,
there.
so I think that makes it my question. What is your current favorite video game?
Oh, I had that.
Ah, get fucked!
Yeah.
You saw my dogs and cats would.
I don't play a whole lot
Unlucky.
anymore.
Yeah.
I used to...
Why not?
There was... because I mean...
That's a separate question. Chance,
Just
could you
kinda
wait
like-
your turn?
Okay,
that-
shut up.
Over the summer, I was playing like a lot of games. I was into a lot of games. There was
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
were
good,
you?
like 1 or 2 weeks
Yeah?
where just like everything was great. I was hanging out with like Hank and Connor Van Dyke like every day. We were playing all these games and we were having so much fun. And then all of them got patched and we were like, well, this all sucks.
Like, what you're saying is you're a
So-
fucking nerd.
You're a
Yep.
nerd.
You're a nerd.
So nowadays, I have like
Look at the sky.
2 games that I really play. Between like League of Legends and Magic the Gathering Arena. I much more enjoy Magic the Gathering Arena
Okay.
than League of Legends.
I think that that'd be your answer then.
Yep.
Saying the obvious, you know.
So I have a question.
Go for it.
You could be one non-living object. What would it be, and why?
Huh.
Because people would always be wanting to come back to me and I would provide them lots of joy.
Wow, we know what you're doing in your bed. What the fuck?
So I must have like timed out or something for a second, because I only heard because people would come back to me.
And then said, and I bring them lots of joy or something like that. And I was like,
Did you
well,
say
I
anything
figured it.
before that?
I said I'd be a bed.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
Oh, you didn't hear that part even. Okay, never mind. Now I sound like an idiot.
Okay, because I'm like, I think like my internet might have gone for like a second, because I'm like, it's quiet.
Yeah, the stream
Yeah,
buffered
someone
for me
must
for
have
a
said an
second.
un-Mimi thing, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
So un-Mimi.
But
My
a
question
bed
now?
isn't bad, yeah.
Would you date a girl that has a foot fetish?
That's... Okay.
That's... is that a yes?
No, that was me saying, okay, I need to take a second
Yeah.
and think about this.
It's a hard one, right?
It's tough. Because, you know, you can date people and that not even come into play, like, ever.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could. It's plausible, but unlikely.
I mean,
I don't know.
you could date and break up before that becomes, like, relevant.
It's
Right?
completely
Like,
possible,
you
yeah.
date them and you end up marrying and they just don't ever bring it up or anything. So yeah, I think I could. I don't think we would go much further.
Then dating
Yeah.
and having a few dates.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm satisfied.
Okay. I
Hydra?
am going with, what is your all-time favorite video game?
Oh, you have an answer written down for this one too, yeah?
I don't, but I have one in my head.
Alright, it's Mass Effect 2.
Yep, there we go. I'm like, why didn't I write that
Wow,
down?
that's lame.
It's a beautiful game. What the fuck are you talking about, Chance?
Wish you guys could be cooler.
There's this disconnect in my head between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3
There is.
because I really enjoyed the combat. Like, the combat in Mass Effect 3 was phenomenal,
Yeah.
and playing multiplayer was just such a blast with all the different classes and everything and all these fun new abilities, but just overall I think Mass Effect 2 is probably my favorite.
Mass Effect 2 I think is a better game. But, that is no longer my question, so it is on Nick has the floor.
Mechanical keyboards or the other ones?
Membrane.
The lame ones.
The membrane.
Lame ones.
Insane in the
I feel
membrane.
like you guys are saying the same thing. This is
Osmosis Jones.
I don't know what it is about mechanical keyboards that people like. I don't like
Stop moving for a second. Don't go.
keys being super clicky. I had a mechanical keyboard before this one, the one I have right now, and it was nice. It was just annoying because I couldn't do anything without hearing like click, 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 click. And with this new one, I can hear the clicks. I can,
You know they have
tell
quieter
that they
mechanical
register.
keyboards, right?
Well, what's the point of having a mechanical keyboard that doesn't make it like click, right?
The same tactile feel.
doesn't say
Okay,
my
well,
mechanical keyboard. I need to be
Regardless,
noisy. I want to wake up
like
the
other
entire
keyboards.
house.
Yeah,
I-
same. I like
don't-
my noise.
I don't like mechanical.
I like everyone to know that I'm cool. I like to be able to...
You know, it's something you have to do.
So, yeah. Other keyboards. I like the other keyboards better.
Membrane.
Membrane.
That was the next question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chancy boy.
Okay. Would you date a girl? Question mark.
Yes.
I don't think you ever have, so...
Nope.
Wow. Sad life.
Everyone,
Next
Yeah,
question.
Either, buddy.
I yield the floor. Yes, I have, actually. A lot. Not gonna lie.
say I think
Does it really count?
Yeah, it counts.
say I think
I dated
Chance
a girl
actually
for 7
has
months.
dated a girl.
I dated a girl for 7 months. One of them.
7 months. Wow! Congratulations.
That's a long ass time.
So gay though.
Well, it's a little
So does it
awkward.
really matter? I repeat.
I bet you kiss girls, faggot.
I think it's the grand finale right now, guys. If you can hear that.
Wow, that's a front bottom song, grand finale, you know?
yeah, that's what I was referring
In
to.
classic New Jersey fashion.
All right, that's gonna be my question. And Nathan, you started talking about it, but in your heart, what are your real opinions of Mass Effect?
Well, I think one suffers from what I call EA syndrome for good game series, where the first game is not very well refined. It is a decent story, pretty good story, I would say. But like the gameplay just isn't there. It's very annoying and monotonous. And even on like the easier difficulties, there are going to be times where you struggle.
Yeah.
I'm comparing Mass Effect 1 to Dragon Age Origins in my head, and they definitely both were very tough games with very interesting storylines that I just couldn't enjoy the gameplay of.
Okay.
But then the second game comes around, not so much for Dragon Age, but Mass Effect 2 was just absolutely like an enthralling game for me. It was like the first time been a very, very long time where I beat Mass Effect, or I beat a game, and I was like, well, now I want to go back and play it again, and figure out like all the other stuff that I didn't do, and do like the perfect suicide mission and all that.
Yeah. There's a few ones I relate to.
Yeah, 3 I enjoyed. Not as much as 2. I enjoyed it more than 1. The story, it felt like Dragon Age Origins is what it was. In that you were building up a giant army to go and fight the ultimate evil. In this case, what are they called? I don't even remember. The Sovereign?
Lambs.
The Reapers?
Reapers.
Yeah.
Sovereign was the name of the Reaper in the first
Yes,
game.
in Mass
That's
Effect
what
1.
it was. Yeah. You're building up a giant army to beat the Reapers. So, the story wasn't so great. Gameplay was really good.
Microphone muted.
I really enjoyed playing in
Microphone
Adept through
activated.
all 3 games. The third one was probably the most fun playing Adept in, because of the biotic combos.
Yeah.
1 and 3 had a good push. The ability push for biotics was really good in 1 and 3. In 2, it didn't do any damage, really. Like, it did a little bit of damage, but it was so negligible you might as well not even use it. It just pushed people. So unless you had openings where you could push people like off, it was very useless. Whereas in 1 and 3, 1 push was like your main damaging ability. It was crazy good. In 3, it was good for setting up biotic combos and just doing a bunch of damage to everyone around your initial target. So, yep, that's kind of where I stand.
Okay. That works for me. Nick, my guy.
So, following up on the theme of video games, do you think video games are considered art, and why?
I think they are considered art. I feel like you can kind of say anything is art nowadays, really. But I think video games are art because they generally take a lot of people working very hard over a long period of time to create one final product that reaches the masses, and it's all subjective, just like art. Like you can say a game's good or a game's bad, but it's all different for everyone else.
Solid answer.
Chancy boy.
Chance.
I really don't have any left.
Okay.
Not any good ones.
He is
all the
first
rest,
to
all
fall.
the rest of mine are too lame.
No, I want to hear them.
Okay. The Twitted Zodak.
Yep.
How old were you when you realized you were straight?
This improves for living.
That's an interesting question. I don't know. There was never really a revelation where I was like, "Oh my goodness."
Oh my goodness, oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, there have been times where I've wondered if I wasn't. They haven't been very long periods, but no, I've been pretty confident in that for a while.
That's fair. A chance that wasn't a lame question. That was actually a decent question.
Okay, word. Moving on.
Okay. I forgot to mark something off on my list. There we go.
What do you check them off as you go?
Oh, yeah.
I should write down everyone's
I
answers.
write.
checked mine
I don't
out.
write down the answers, but I write down all the questions.
I'm gonna take minutes.
Nathan, after the current phone you have, what do you think is the next smartphone you will get? I say smartphone, but if you want a flip phone for any reason, you're welcome to say that too.
I'd probably get like the same model if they
Which
still
is?
sell it, because like iPhones are expensive, dude.
Yeah.
Which phone do you have?
I think it's a 7.
iPhone,
iPhone
7?
7.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That was my question. Nick at
Have
night.
you ever told somebody to Alt F4?
Have I? I'm sorry.
Yes.
What's the question?
Have you ever told somebody to Alt F4?
Oh, I must have. Like, I feel like that's
Hasn't
something
everyone?
everyone's done.
Yeah, it's just a sort of like even if you weren't saying it seriously. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, did you know that Alt F4 will fix all the problems you have in this game?
Dude, I'm almost certain I've told someone that who didn't know what it did.
You had to
like
have on Delman at least once.
Yeah.
There's like no way that... I feel like we all made that joke. A lot of times.
Definitely not something I would doubt.
Chancy boy?
Question. Why would you buy an iPhone when there are other great options like a Galaxy?
Well,
Don't you like having the freedom to do things with your phone?
Dan.
I have freedom to do things with an iPhone.
But you can't personalize it as well. That's for darn
I
sure.
think that's a statement more so than a question, but...
That's just part. That's just, you know what? You can, I hate you. I do not like you one bit. This is why we're not friends, Nathan. You know that? Because you say things like that. You just
Because Nathan's the one out of you two that would say the things that would make you guys not be friends, yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean...
Mhm.
I don't know, I mean...
Mhm.
I didn't pay
Mhm.
for it, so some of that's kind of alleviated from me.
Okay.
But,
I mean,
mean-
your last question, the last answer you gave, or the answer you gave to Hydro, I believe, you said they're expensive, but if you didn't pay for it, why are you so concerned with the cost? Go.
okay, well that's another question. I'm gonna finish answering the first question.
Okay, continue.
But, I don't do a whole lot with my phone, really. Like, unless I'm, like, really bored and there's nothing to do, like, in class or whatever, then that's probably, like, the most time I spend on my phone.
So you're saying you text in class? Okay, I think we have the picture of what kind of fucking guy you are. Next.
But, to
I
answer
yield
your
the floor.
second question, I worry about the cost because, even though I'm not paying for it, someone in the family is.
And you
And-
not like to have them pay a lot. How
Yes.
cute. But you still text in class, so goodbye.
You've texted me in class
Incorrect.
before, Chance.
Statement, not a question.
I never have.
Next question.
You meant Chance.
What?
Likely story.
Do you want me to
What?
prove you wrong in a matter of like 2 minutes and let me go back in my text?
Okay, so I may have on Monday.
Yes, to say in the CS group chat, you may have sent us a message. I can't look that up. I'm in class.
I think those are my exact words. I'm not even kidding. I was just thinking about it.
I didn't even scroll
No,
back,
I
but I'm like,
definitely
yeah.
did. In the team group chat, you were talking about the league
Yeah.
rules, and I was like, I can't look it up. I'm in
Yeah.
class.
So it's like,
And then you text in class too,
I-
huh? You were like, me too. I'm in class.
yeah,
Little bitch.
I don't see a problem.
I yield the
We're
floor.
talking about you here, not Hydro.
I yield the floor.
Okay. Alright, Nathan, I don't remember you ever talking much about cars, but this is more of like a... I feel like Mark's energy is here with me. What is your favorite vehicle?
Moped.
That's a good answer. I like mopeds. Cool. Little moped.
I got a question for you there.
Go right ahead.
What's the dumbest moment that you've witnessed someone else doing?
You're just looking at the
I mean, people don't do a moment; they do an action in the moment. Keep going, though.
Please refrain from talking out of turn, Chance.
I think we just witnessed the devastation.
I don't know why this is so funny.
Pray that there's a ball.
There's been some pretty dumb stuff on Dylan.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna default to.
Would you be willing to elaborate?
There's so much dumb.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Just
talking about
any of
Dillman,
them.
just every moment.
Any of them.
There. Okay, so when we tried to revive the server, we got a newer version of rooftops installed like on the server.
I remember that.
So there was an elevator towards like the construction site, and what you could do is you would be like, hey guys, you want to go take the elevator? I think you had to like find a battery or something for it first. So you would find the battery and be like, hey guys, you want to go like ride in this elevator? And people didn't know what the elevator did. So they would be like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go like ride in the elevator. So like it's like a very new map. Nobody knows what the elevator is doing. It's like me, Elijah, and like 5 other people just crowded up in this elevator. And what you can do, because when the elevator is moving, it is not considered solid ground, so you can't teleport out of the elevator while it's moving. But when it gets to the top, it teleports you to another room. And in there, you can use the teleporter.
Yeah.
So if you set your teleporter down before going in the elevator, you can get to the top, you can be sent into the dark, spooky room with the terrifying noises with everyone else, and then you can teleport out and you've just killed like 6 people. Because when they get to the top, they hear like stomping coming in from like kind of distant away, gets closer, and then there's a scream and everyone inside the elevator dies. And that was just, that's so dumb. It's one of the silliest things I've seen in a video game ever.
That is great. You reminded me of something from Dillman. I know it's you're lightning around, but it reminded me of a dumb moment for Dillman. I don't know if you were the server for this, but that reminds me of when Jared, Mr. Magical Hot Dog, RDM'd both Wesker and Tipex in a matter of like 10 seconds with the electrified axe or whatever on rooftops. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the it was an axe, I think, right?
Yeah, there was an axe.
Yeah, and you could like set it to electricity. In a matter of like 10 seconds, he killed both Wesker and Tipex.
Nice.
He was an innocent, of course, but that's the kind of shit that would go down all the time. Whose question was that, by the way? That was
mine.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So it's down to me.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yes.
how many times in the last week have you thought about how in love you are with Hydro? That's branching
This is a
off my
repeat
first question.
This feels like the
No,
first
it's a
question
related
again.
question. It's
This
a
is
related
repeat question.
Because you said you'd never fantasize about him, but I know everyone's in love with Hydro.
Yeah, I mean,
Like at least a little
definitely-
bit. Like it's
I
hard
do
not
love
to be.
Hydro. That is true.
Uh-huh. So how many
Um,
times in the last week would you say?
There, it's probably been close to like 15, 20. I like to think about like kind of
You think
good
about Hydro a lot?
memories that we've had. Specifically when I'm zoning out in class, I'll think about a funny memory on maybe like the podcast or on like Dillman.
So would you
I'll be like, "Oh,
would you
man."
classify that as possibly a mild crush, or?
No, it's completely platonic.
Ah,
That's also
see,
a second
see,
question,
I asked
but-
you a second question and you answered it this time. So you're breaking the rules too.
Well, it's my jurisdiction, but
I move to dismiss.
It's this
I moved to
single
dismiss
tear out of
this
happiness.
hearing.
By
We
the way,
still have
Awesome.
additional questions. Get out.
I move to end the hearing.
I'm gonna just move to my
Motion to
next
closure.
question. And since someone stole my dogs and cats question earlier, what is your favorite breed of dog?
Recently, I've really, I found a love for dachshunds.
Ooh, okay.
Tony, can I ask the follow-up question to this?
Yeah, of course.
Why is it not corgis?
Corgis are great. I love being a good corgi. It's just, I think if you right, like the appeal to dachshunds is if you took a corgi, you kind of shortened it a little bit, and then you stretched it.
You also give it
Right.
floppy ears.
Yeah, it's still like the same stumpy corgi.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit smaller, and it's longer.
It's the same length legs, I'd argue. Any dog that's small with like little legs, it's not a Chihuahua. I think are some of the cuter dogs. No offense to Chihuahuas.
That's not a Chihuahua.
Long-haired Chihuahuas are adorable.
Well, we just lost the Chihuahua demographic.
Recently I've been more open to Chihuahuas.
I don't think I could own a Chihuahua.
I don't know
No,
if I could
definitely.
own one, but I think I've been more open to them recently. Like when I was younger,
My sister has
I
one.
I didn't like Chihuahuas. A couple of my friends have like 2 Chihuahuas, and they're very nice dogs. By themselves, they have some behavioral issues, but nothing big. Like Dexter's the name of the older one. And when they first got him, he didn't really like people, but I found a life hack, if you will, for that, where he didn't like people, but if you sat down on the couch and you stayed still enough, he would come over and lay down next to you and like lay his head in your lap, and he would let you pet him.
Aww. That's amazing.
Life pro tips.
Yeah, I also want to reframe. I don't hate Chihuahuas or anything. They're adorable. They're very little. I just wouldn't want to own a Chihuahua. Because I would, anytime I'm around a Chihuahua, I get really nervous I'm going to step on it. Like, I get, like, freaked out. I'm like, what if I step on this dog? This is, like, one of the few dogs I could step on and actually, like, really hurt.
Yeah, but so like the puppies too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I get not nervous, but, like, I'm super careful.
yeah, that's my thing. Like, I know people say like big dogs are better or whatever, and I can see that, but also like, I mean, puppies.
Puppies are the cutest
Right.
things that ever lived.
You know, at one point in their lives, a big dog is a puppy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you said, but puppies, as in like, you're like, big dog, like people think big dogs are better, but puppies.
I think
Like a big dog can be a puppy at one point in
I
its
think
life.
every dog
That's what I'm
size is good.
Okay, so we are actually advocating different.
Is this a full-blown discussion on dogs?
Might be.
It
Yes.
is,
Yeah.
yes. We've postponed the lightning
Yeah.
round.
This has
until
happened many
further
times.
notice.
This is important.
Chance, I think we're advocating different topics with the same idea.
Yeah, but you said like everyone says big dogs are better, but puppies, like a big dog can be a
That's
puppy.
yes.
At one point
So
in
let me
every
explain-
dog's life.
Let me clarify.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll let you clarify.
every big dog at one point is a puppy,
Yes.
which is small. It's a small dog. It's young, and everyone thinks puppies are cute, but they don't like small dogs.
But there are big dogs that even when they're puppies are still pretty big.
That's true,
That's true.
but still, I don't understand how people can say big dogs are better, but then still get all like giddy
About a
over
puppy.
puppies.
Yeah.
Can you say understand again? Because you just had a really weird accent when you said it last time, and I would just like to clarify if that's a reoccurring phenomenon.
Understand?
I would. Okay, so it's not a reoccurring phenomenon. I yield the floor back to Hydro.
This, I like to advocate that all dogs are amazing.
I second that opinion.
Except you don't like chihuahuas. I yield the floor.
I didn't say I don't like Chihuahuas. I just said I would not
hate
like
Chihuahuas.
to own a Chihuahua.
You hate chihuahuas.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I also would not want to own probably a dog that's bigger than me.
Why not?
Because when it's old, I need to be able to
Won't be able
carry
to carry
it.
it. True.
You just gotta lift them weights.
If like a few 100-pound like Saint Bernard or something, it's like a
You just
Newfoundland.
gotta get a working pulley system.
You know, I'd rather just be able to pick the dog up.
I don't know about you, but I think a Saint Bernard would be a very good fluffy pillow.
Oh no, I would love to own them for like fluffy pillow, but it's like feasibly.
Fluffy pillow purposes.
Feasibly, I think like a nice medium dog is like where I own like smaller to medium dogs. I own 3 Shelties. They're not Chihuahua small, but they're not big. Like I think they each, well, one's a puppy, so he's still growing, but the other 2 are around 25 pounds probably, 25, 26. So they're smaller dogs, but you know, they're not the smallest dog. Anyways, this is Nathan's lightning round, and we're talking about dogs the entire time. So, Nathan, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Probably going to Scotland.
Okay.
How old were you?
I was 11-ish.
Ooh. Quick little follow-up question. What did you guys do there? Like, you just decided to visit Scotland? Do you have, like, family, or...?
Yeah, no, we had family up there that we were visiting. Everyone was super nice. We had a great time. The food was pretty good. I mean, it was really cool to see family a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what instilled my enjoyment of like visiting family on vacation. It's like the past couple of times my family have gone on vacation to the beach, I didn't really want to go, but then this past summer we went to Michigan, and I was like, yeah, I want to go to Michigan because we have family up there.
Yeah.
So I think that's always cool.
That's a very wholesome answer. Nick?
So we're gonna go straight from wholesome to not wholesome at all.
Okay. Change it up a little bit. Okay.
It's just one acronym. BDSM ?
Yikes.
Do you say BDSM or TDSM?
BDSM.
BDSM. Okay.
I'm gonna say nope.
Uh-huh.
There's
No,
That's tough. Yeah, that's a yes or no question, I think.
Answer a why or anything
Yeah.
like that. I just really felt like putting it in my questions.
You know, man, do what you want to do in life, Nick. That's all I gotta say. Chance, do you have any more questions?
Me?
No, the other Chance.
What other chance?
Exactly! Of course I'm talking to
There's
you!
another chance? There's another chance?
Yeah, DJ's, brother's boyfriend.
Actually, I did know that. Damn. I'm actually dating DJ's brother, so... Whoops.
Is he taking a
I'm
double
gonna have to
chance,
tell him
then? Or a second chance?
Double
It's
chance.
a double chance. Ah,
Double
retarded.
part. Oh, God.
So dumb.
So this branches off because Hydra said something about dogs before, saying it would be like a good pillow.
I think that was Nick, but,
You know what I'm saying?
you know.
Or, I'm sorry, Nick said something about like the dog being a good pillow. And I can't remember his exact words, but then I started saying, big puffy puppy pillow were in my head. So I would like you to say it 3 times fast. Big puffy puppy pillow.
That is not a question. Moving on.
Can you say big puffy puppy pillow 3 times fast?
I can. Next question.
Okay. I mean, he answered your question, Chance. So
Fine, my next question, Simon, come up. I'm asking you to say...
you know, Chance, it's my turn to ask the question. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Nathan. What is the worst possible trait in a person?
Is lack of manners a trait?
I'll give it to you, for
Yes.
sure, yeah. Like, rudeness, to be fair, right?
Yeah. I would say so, yeah. Yeah,
Damn, at me next time.
I can't stand when people don't have, like, awareness of the people around them.
True.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow up to that answer with my question that would be next.
Go
Could you
for it.
say big fluffy puppy pillow 3 times fast for me?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Could you say big fluffy puffy pillow 3 times fast for me?
I could. Next question.
No, I'm asking you to say it for me.
You asked if I could.
I am asking you... Fine, it's my question. I'm asking you now to please say big puffy puppy pillow 3 times fast.
I will not. Next question.
You can't deny.
I wanted to be rude and steal Chin. Chin is rooting me on. What is this?
Okay. Hey Nathan, what is the what's the best trait a person could have?
I think it's probably the opposite of rudeness, being polite. I think that's very attractive.
Wow.
Okay, that's fair.
What a good guy, Nathan. Nick?
Can you please say big puppy
Your turn, Nick. I'm waiting, Nick.
He's having a giggle fest right now.
Do you think Chance will ever ask you the right way to say big fluffy puppy pillow 3 times fast?
That? Let's see, what is the correct way to ask that?
I have the correct way.
No, don't think about what the correct way is, because if you say it, he'll know it.
Yeah, just think it yes or no. Do you think I will get the correct way?
He says he has the correct way. I think it is a good shot that he has it. I'm gonna say he probably will ask the correct way.
Eventually.
You know, like, we'll get enough rounds going that it'll be like his 80th guess. And like,
Eventually, Nick is just like, fine!
I'll just say it, stop asking.
Okay, so Nathan.
Yeah.
What would I like you currently to say 3 times fast? And please repeat your answer 3 times fast.
I'm not sure what you would like me to say. Next
That's a
question.
lie. You're supposed to answer all questions truthfully and you're lying. Perjury, lying to Congress. Get fucked.
What if he, like, doesn't know? What if he thinks you might want to say something about a taco?
No, because he knows.
That tacos are delicious.
He's
You are correct,
being a
Chance.
bitch.
Tacos are
Nathan.
very delicious.
Nathan.
There's many different toppings you can
Okay,
put on a
I'm
taco.
waiting.
Alright,
Big puffy puppy pillow.
I think I have an idea of what you would like me to say.
Big puffy puppy pillow.
What you want me to say
Big puppy puppy
3
pillow.
times in quick succession is Magic the Gathering Arena is currently in open beta. Magic the Gathering Arena is currently open beta. Magic the Gathering Arena is currently in open
Okay.
He did it. Okay, my question, right?
Are they paying you to be like a shill for their game? Because this is like the 7th time you've mentioned it
I think
during
he's
the
just
podcast.
excited for the game.
You're a shill.
Alright.
Very excited for a game I enjoy.
This, I
lame.
believe, is my last question. So, there have been a lot of episodes you've been on for background noise. If you had to name one, it's not very easy to do, I understand, but what would be your favorite background noise memory?
Ooh.
I don't. Let's see. I don't think it was the first one that I made like a best bits of. I think it might have been the second one.
Mm.
I think the second one had the Nathan, what did Cat have for dinner? And then there was a long pause, and then Jello.
Yeah. I still don't know why I did that. Oh, Jello! Like, and it's the worst part though is that she didn't actually have Jello for dinner. That would have been great.
Can I just interject real quick and say what everyone's favorite moment should be in Background Noise history?
What?
The survival episode where I came on and it was voted off 15 seconds later.
That's pretty fair, actually.
One of my
I think I should spoil it for
so
everyone.
Chance, I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember the episode where I hid the fact that you were you until the episode started? We had you come on a different Skype account named Rob or something.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Rob or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And you were like, "Yeah, it's my friend Rob," and I was like, "What's up, guys?"
I'm like, yeah, we we play CS all the time, you know.
Yeah. I never would believe it.
I wasn't
was
lying,
"Ah,
you know.
gotcha, bitch."
Because we did play.
You were lying about my name.
Yeah, no, that was completely lying. Yeah. And,
Just for the record, I hope you guys know that me getting voted off was semi-staged. Hate to break it to everyone, it was semi-staged.
Semi-stage.
I said to Hydro, you should put a vote up right after I join.
Yeah, no, we did that, and
Knowing full well
I was hoping that they would vote you off.
No, we both knew fully well that I was gonna get voted off, but I
Yeah.
was like, let's just fucking do it.
There's sometimes in Background Noise where stuff just worked so perfectly like that,
Yeah.
though.
Where we left it up to chance, not to me, but the fates to decide, and it worked out in our favor.
I feel like now we're just talking about favorite Background Noise moments. The cat animation video.
We're moving on to
That was pretty good.
back
Oh, yeah.
to the lightning round.
Yeah, sorry. We can always come back another time. So I'm out of questions. So
I gotta ask, what is your favorite invention by man?
Toasters are pretty good. No, microwaves. There we go.
oh, yeah, microwaves are important. Yeah.
Wait a second. Why is your favorite invention by man not the computer?
He likes hot pockets.
You can well,
Personally, I would have said
I'll fuck
coffee,
this
but
you can survive without a computer.
No, you can't.
Microwaves
You can survive without a microwave.
make food, so
You can survive without a microwave.
If you don't have any other,
you can. But like on the priority
I
list
yield the
of
floor, shut
natural
up.
needs. Well,
It's
I
Nick's
don't
turn.
think that's
that
your
was Nick's question.
list, but
That was my question.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
That was Nick's question, wasn't
well,
it?
Chance can make a follow-up his actual question since he's after me.
I'm like, I could have
Okay,
sworn that.
My question is, can you or can you not live without a microwave?
you can't. I just
Explain your view.
it is it is higher on the priorities than a computer.
What? That's some bullshit.
I mean,
In
if you told me I could have,
Okay, so I have a question. If you have an oven, a toaster,
well, if you, oh,
a grill, a George Foreman, and pretty much every other kitchen appliance, but you don't have a microwave, you choose having a microwave as well over having a $3,000 gaming computer.
that is a question, right?
That's a question.
No, that is another question. Next question, please.
May I suggest continuing with Chance's question?
Thank you. Now
Chance,
answer
You
the
may.
question.
A chance I think you misunderstand what I said by a microwave being higher on the priorities. Compared to a computer, I think a microwave is more important to
But
naturalistic
my question is, as I just asked, if your kitchen already had a grill, a toaster, a fucking oven, a stovetop, a George Foreman, every appliance you could ask for in your kitchen, would you still prioritize having a microwave as well over having a computer? Like if you could choose only one of the two.
Considering
You're being spider.
I'm more well versed with a microwave than any of those other appliances, yeah, probably.
Wow, okay.
Microwaves are really important. I'm just going to throw that out there.
May I
Disagree.
ask a follow-up question to this topic?
Go ahead.
If you knew that an air fryer could do most of the same things as a microwave, would you set the microwave as a lower priority?
Oh, no.
What is the name of this appliance?
It is an air fryer.
An air fryer.
fryer.
Does it operate the same way as a microwave, where you take the food, you put it inside of the air fryer, you close it, and then you put a timer on?
Yeah, but you
Pretty
can also
much.
set the temperature. That's the only difference. Is that you can choose the temperature that you want it to be at. Although most of them just do power levels on microwaves, so it's essentially the same thing.
What the fuck? This is a real thing?
Yeah.
Actually, I use it all the time now. I don't use my microwave anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Considering
I know people that use it exclusively.
considering the price of the two appliances, maybe.
Solid answer. I would invite you to my house to try the air fryer sometime.
I have a statement before anything else goes down, which is, I don't think I've used a microwave outside of work, because I use it at work, because part of my job is making food. I don't think I've used like a microwave at home, or for personal use, in at least a year and a half.
I use one probably
Anyway.
every day.
Really?
Yeah.
I never did. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I had Hot Pockets earlier this year.
I was gonna say to.
So at least 5 months. Though.
I have reasons
'Cause
though
I'm
because I with
Once-
having celiacs, you can't. I don't eat enough
Yeah,
bread
okay.
to keep
Yeah.
out. So in
Mhm.
order to defrost the bread, the microwave is like the best bet. If
Yeah.
you want bread now.
Yeah. Your gluten-free bread.
Yeah. I do like to toast it afterwards, but it's hard putting
Yeah, but
frozen
still, you have to.
things in the toaster.
You have to unfreeze
Yeah.
it. Unfreeze.
It needs to
Anyways.
unfreeze there.
Anyways, what is your favorite TV show? And it's not limited to TV. It could also be like Netflix show or an Amazon Prime show or a Hulu
I'd
exclusive
argue a YouTube series too, if you.
or a YouTube series. If you're really fucking a nerd.
The last time I sat down and watched a TV show,
But remember, it includes Netflix and stuff like that.
yeah, it was a Netflix show.
Okay.
I think it does air on like cable.
hmm
Um,
But you watched it on Netflix.
I watched it on Netflix.
Okay.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
What was it?
It was Sherlock.
Really?
I've heard good
That's your
things
favorite
about
show?
Sherlock before, yeah.
I think that's probably my favorite show.
Okay. Moving on.
I'm still out of questions,
Nick?
so.
Nick?
I still have a question.
Go for it.
Actually, Chance, do you have any more questions?
Yep.
Could I ask my last question as the last question?
Okay,
If you
sure.
don't mind?
If you could be anybody's shoe, whose shoe would you be?
What?
If you could be anybody's shoe, whose shoe would you be?
James Hetfield's right shoe.
Who's that?
Lead singer of Metallica.
Okay, Metallica is disgusting. Next question. What kind of music do you like?
I listen to a lot of stuff. To put it in one category, it's probably like alternative rock.
Okay. Next question. Who is your favorite band and why is it not the Front Bottoms?
My favorite band
The Front Bottoms.
right now is probably Fall Out Boy because
And why is it
Mania
not the
is
Front
a
Bottoms?
fantastic album, and I've never heard of the Front Bottoms.
Wow, okay. Well, that's depressing and disgusting and you should probably be never mind. I'm not even gonna say anything else about that topic. Moving on. How many times this year have you said the phrase, "Oh my God, Chance is just too sexy"?
I think I've said that rephrase. I'm sorry.
That
Excuse
phrase.
me.
That
That
phrase.
phrase.
Mm-hmm.
A total of
They're just disgusting.
like a -7.
Okay, next question. How could you negative say something?
Well, I assumed if you said the inverse of a phrase, it counted negatively.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't think that's how this works. I don't think that's how that works. But you are admitting that you think about me several times a year, which is, that's a little creepy.
To clarify,
He wins even when he loses.
I always win.
have you ever been in a state where you just feel really sick and you've wanted to make yourself throw up?
Pull the trigger.
About 7 times this year.
So. I tried to watch your face and not laugh, but even I couldn't do it. Okay? Moving on, you dumb little bitch. How many times in the last year have you said, "Oh my God, Hydro is just too sexy"?
I think I've probably said that once or twice.
Okay, so once again, we're reaffirming that you have a crush on Hydro.
You could say that someone is attractive
Well-
without having a crush on them.
Do you have a crush on Hydro?
No.
Why not?
1. 2, because I don't swing that way.
Not even for Hydro?
Nope.
There's not a
I like-
single guy in the world you'd go gay for?
Does Chris Pratt
no,
count?
Not really. I like to maintain
Okay.
continuity.
There's gotta be one guy in the world that you'd be like, wow. Everyone's got one.
Don't think so. None come to mind.
Everyone's got one that they can change the rules for. Like Hydro, I know you've got to have at least a few.
I just said
where
Chris
you'd be
Pratt a
like-
few times.
Okay, there you go, Chris Pratt. See, like Nick, hello. Nick, hello.
The cogs are turning. The brain is functioning.
He also wants to say Chris
Will
Pratt.
you get an answer?
Chris
I'll
Pratt.
also say Nathan Fillion.
Okay, that's acceptable as well.
David
I think you've
Beckham
said
if
that
he
one
doesn't
to me
talk.
before. If he doesn't talk, why? Wait, what? What the fuck?
Have you
Damn.
heard his voice?
No.
He doesn't have the voice that matches his body.
Wait, really? What does it sound
It's
like?
not the right voice.
It's just not the right. So I have a question for Hydro. Cause fuck Nathan. Does my voice match my body?
Yeah, I'd say it does.
Like I have a very hot voice. That's what you're saying. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Well. For a second there, I was like, I'm not sure if I landed that or what. But I'm about to go kill myself.
You know how hard it was for me to stay quiet there?
Don't worry. I already know that, like, after I left, your girlfriend was like, "Oh my God, he was so beautiful. I'm leaving you, Hydro, for Chance."
I plead the fifth.
It's true.
No, it's not.
I'm just too good looking. Okay, I think it's time for you to ask your final question, Nick.
So,
Nick,
Do you think Chance should have done the lightning round?
He did.
I do not think so. I think I enjoyed my time much more than I would have if he had taken it for himself.
Yeah, but you didn't say... Fuck.
That was...
Fuck, what was that? No, fuck.
something fluffy puppy pillow.
Fluffy puppy pillow?
I don't even remember what it was.
Poofy puppy pillow. Puffy puppy
And
pillow.
may I make a request before we're done with this?
I think that's a question. You said that was your last one.
Yeah, what's your
I was
request?
fucking around. Yeah, what's up?
Chance, could you say fluffy puppy pillow 3 times fast and backwards?
No.
Fluffy puppy. Puffy fluffy puppy pillow.
Puffy puppy puppy pillow.
Try to put the pieces together in my brain. Yeah. All right, so
Insane in the membrane.
I will say that will conduct our lightning round. So that was one of the better lightning rounds we've had for sure.
No, it wasn't. I'm upset now.
Definitely a long one.
I enjoyed it a lot.
That was one of the longer ones we've had, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, they usually go almost an hour.
They usually go pretty
Yeah.
long, like an hour. But for only having a few people on.
Sometimes I think the lower amount of people on let you ask better
True.
questions.
Gets more intimate.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be intimate with Hydro. I like to just... Never mind.
I mean,
I like
and
to
then
just
sometimes
get in
it's
there
just a
and
total
roll.
shit show.
I just like to get in there and raw dog it with Hydro. You
Oh, we're
know?
just gonna move on. So during the lightning round, we spoke about an age that you'd like to be forever.
Oh, yeah.
So let's hop back there. Nathan, you said mid-20s, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming like 25, 26, about. Okay.
I'm gonna have to say about 36. Would you like some reason?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, you know, at 36 or 35 years old, you can run for president.
Yes.
Okay? Now, I'd want to be 36, okay? Just to give myself some leeway room there, okay? But I'd want to be 36 because then I have enough time to get my political experience elsewhere before running for president and still being able to be the youngest president of all time.
Mm.
There's only one problem with that thought process.
Mm-hmm.
They'd say, why are you still 36?
You're the only president to never age 20 years in the White House.
And I would, you know what I would say?
You're an
I'm
alien.
a fucking wizard, and that's why I should be
Oh,
president.
so you never had... Anyway.
What were you gonna say?
I thought that happened at 50.
I thought we said it was 30.
Was it?
I thought it was 42.
Wait, what am I missing?
42 makes a lot of sense, actually.
42 is better, but I've people that I joke around with always say 30.
30 what?
If you are a virgin until you're 30, you become a wizard.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was
Can we
like, I
ask
thought it was
Twitch
40.
chat about this?
Yeah,
I don't know if
the
anyone's
wizard
actually talking
theory.
in
I
Twitch
remember
chat right
that.
now.
There was a picture.
There's a
and
lot
everything.
of people in the chat, but no one's commenting.
Yeah, because we're all emo.
Feel free to comment what age you believe the wizard is.
I would say that it would be more like, I don't know, 35.
So you just want to be a wizard,
5
is what
extra
you're trying to
years.
get at.
I probably will be.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Who
you're going
knows?
36 chance?
Yeah, 36 forever.
Okay. Nick.
Nick?
Mm.
Mm.
Well, I do like Chance's answer of 36, but I think I'd go with something around 28 or 29, because it's still around you're still mostly in your prime physical fitness, but at the same time, there are things like your brain that are done developing. Like they're definitely done developing at that point. You have a sort of a stable foot on the ground.
But doesn't your brain finish developing at 25 or something?
I think it
Yeah,
is
but I want
25,
to give
yeah.
a few extra years.
You want,
Same,
just want some
same as
leeway?
everything. I want to have a little bit of leeway here.
Okay. I was just curious.
It's
Hydro.
mostly just being physically fit, or rather being in your prime health,
Yeah.
as
And
well
also
as
having a
being,
fully developed brain.
yeah, mentally developed.
Because I mean, like, yeah. Because I mean, for most people, their peak is younger than that, but they don't have the fully developed brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
I still want to be in a good range there.
Yeah. Of course. Hydro, what
This
about
is
you,
a
buddy?
hard question for me at the very least. Because,
Why's that?
I don't know why when this topic was brought up, I'm like, I don't know what it's like to be any older than 22. So
exactly.
it's...
That's also a factor here, I guess.
And I like being 22. There's not... It depends, like, would I be stuck in college forever? If I was, I would now pick 22. But I think eventually I would just finish college, right? So...
Yeah. You'd eventually finish.
I want to say 23, 24. One of those two. Maybe 23. Only...
23, 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only
That's
because
understandable.
I'm enjoying this part of life right now. So I feel like I'm hoping in like a year or two, I could still say that. The truthful answer is that I would not want to be in age forever.
Really?
Yeah, I would
What's
if
that?
I could like break the question. Because the reason I don't want to be the same age forever is because eventually, no matter what age you pick, the people around you are gonna pass it. And if you're a 25, 35, 36-year-old, and all of your friends that you grew up
That
with
is
are like
true.
70,
You can still hang out.
you
with them,
could. It's different though.
but I doubt you're gonna want to play
Yeah,
shuffleboard
it's
with them.
it's a different relationship at that point. Like they could have been your grandparent at that age difference.
Okay. You don't like hanging out with old men?
It's more that I would like to grow old with the people in my life.
I want to grow old with you too, bud.
Yeah, because I like
Because I like you.
I like all you guys, of course.
I don't like you. I'm kidding.
That's okay. I'm talking, so XD. But no,
Okay,
like I really like where I am at, like with my relationship with Brecken and stuff. So it's like this part of my life I think is my favorite so far.
Decent part to stay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the last like 8 months. If I had to put a number on that.
8 months.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's as long as I've been dating Brecken.
That's cute. What a cute couple.
Because I'm like just talking about this topic in general. I was curious and no one even like thought to say younger years. Because I was wondering if anyone was going to be like, I want to be like 15 forever.
I was gonna say 14.
Yeah, like 14, and you're just always like,
No.
like I understand why you wouldn't want to be 14 or 15 forever, but I also could understand why someone would be like, no, I want to be like a kid forever, because you never would be expected to do anything that's not a kid thing.
That's true. It's a thing that would happen.
And I feel like if we were 30 and we were answering this question, we would all say like 65.
Because we could
Yeah. I think we would all be like, oh man, I can't wait to be like 65 or 70 when I can just not do anything forever.
I would dispute that, actually.
That's
Because
probably
for
what I would
me,
say.
the thing that I would enjoy the most about life is being able to work doing something that I would enjoy doing
Yeah, same.
for as long as possible. Because from what I've realized from just the summer of being out of college is that I really don't like doing nothing.
Yeah, same.
It's my least favorite thing. Being on a permanent vacation is the least fun that I could have.
I don't know if it's the least fun that I could have.
When you're
but
retired, though, it's a different permanent vacation. It's
yeah, I
not
was gonna say, it's a
you
different-
worked hard your entire life, and now you're here.
I would rather be wanting to work on something that feels meaningful than to feel like I've done a good job and spent 20 years relaxing.
Or are you
Understandable.
not the type of person that you don't think you're gonna retire, possibly ever?
That's a good question.
I'm of that breed, to be honest.
Because I have no idea. It depends what I end up
I've
doing.
never considered that, actually.
Yeah.
Although I would say if I truly loved my job, I would either change to something related to that so that I could continue working, or I just wouldn't.
Alright,
Like if I was a cameraman for the rest of my life and I was happy with that, I would probably switch to a teaching role when I got too old to carry
That's
the camera.
true. Yeah, because if I continue down the path I'm in right now, I wouldn't retire probably. Like if I could be a writer forever, I would probably just keep writing. You know, because I would always want that outlet. And I feel like a lot of authors who are I shouldn't say a lot, but like authors like have some interesting stories to tell when they're older too. So it's like, yeah, I want to hear what these people have to say. So, we'll see.
So we'll see. Is your
Yeah.
answer. Got it.
If I won the lottery,
I'll see you in hell. If I won the lottery.
I think Nathan and I actually might have spoke about this on an episode. It might have just been us two. And correct me if I'm wrong. If this was an episode, say like Nikki, you were on. But I remember saying that I actually would hate to win the lottery.
Why?
It's for a similar reason to what Nick was talking about.
About working.
So if you won the lottery, right? You peaked. Like that's you're not going anywhere. Like I know you have a lot of money now, and you don't have to do anything for the rest of your life. But it's like, man, it's. So maybe this isn't the most American thing to say ever, but I am so not driven by materialism. That's not what I'm driven by.
Wow, you're not an American.
It's pathetic, but I am not driven by money in the slightest.
I fail to see how that's pathetic.
It was a joke. I'm kidding. I'm
You know,
kidding.
but I appreciate
It's
that.
memeing.
I'm memeing about American consumerism.
It's just not what like drives me, at least. Like right now, I want to be a writer. I want to write children's books, and I want to write novels. And if you told me I was gonna make enough money in my life doing that to barely get by, yeah, I'd do it. It's because it's what I want to do. Obviously, I have like student loans to pay off and stuff, so I need money. But I don't know. Like I've said this like many times, maybe not on the podcast, but like I would, if you told me I could have the same job here, like in my hometown, versus going to like California, and the job in California, like I am dead serious when I say this, makes 10 times more money than the job here, I would take the job here.
I mean, it's not like I'm driven by money, but at the same time, I'm like, if I won the lottery, then I don't have to, one, work for money, so I could spend my time doing something that I really enjoy, or doing a job that I might really enjoy that doesn't pay well, or volunteering, or doing something like that, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I definitely see where the
Like,
good
that's
parts
what-
of
that's
winning
what I
lottery
would
is. Because I could
Yeah.
still be a writer and win the lottery, you know? Like I could still do it. and not have to worry about like deadlines or anything. But
But at the same time, I see where you're coming
yeah,
from.
it's just not.
Like, obvious.
I'd rather be happy. If you told me tomorrow,
Oh, yeah, if it was happiness.
yeah, if happiness versus lottery, dude, like us in here might be saying like happiness, but I feel like there are a lot of people that would be like, no, I'm going to take the money. Like I don't know. It's a lot of money, man. I'm just ranting at this point now, so someone just needs to cut me off.
Well, if I was put in that situation, obviously I wouldn't take it as a lump sum because I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Annuity.
Yeah.
I would just be like grossed out by having that much money.
Well, how much are we
Literally,
talking?
literally, I would just
'Cause,
take
like,
it in the
you could win
the
$1,000.
smaller amounts that you get over time,
Sure.
and I would just start saving it up and probably spend it in ways that would benefit other people.
Oh yeah, like if I actually won the lottery, I would donate probably 99% of it. Maybe not 99,
And
but
I would also like to put a disclaimer as I would still benefit myself, of course, but not to the point where I have to rely on it.
would you guys be the type of people to buy like a mansion and stuff?
No way. Big.
Yeah, for me,
I wouldn't buy like a mansion.
yeah.
But like, okay, so like my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
They have a very nice house, but they don't have a mansion. I'm not talking about the one you've seen, by the
Okay.
way. Like their one around me. They don't have like a mansion. They have a bigger house, and it's nice. But I would say it's probably in the ballpark of like $1 million. But it's also in an expensive
That's
area,
fair.
so.
This might
But yeah,
sound
like, I would
cheesy and corny, but I would probably buy the type of house that I have right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a nice suburban house?
Yeah. That's 1 to 2 stories. Like, doesn't really matter. Obviously, you know. Go ahead, sir.
That's fine. I kind of have like the opposite of claustrophobia. So like in a mansion,
You don't
I'd be
like big spaces?
What do I do with all this space?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I have a lot of shit, so I like the space because I have a lot of stuff.
I don't think I could ever fill a fucking mansion, dude. Like,
Bruh, I have literally just piles of antiques that I buy. 'Cause
I mean,
like
I'm pretty sure I
antiques.
could fill it, but it'd be filled with shit.
literally. That's
Figuratively.
nasty. No, but that's an interesting point though, Nathan. Like, or even just thought of like, since like it's like, I don't know if there's a term for it, but it doesn't sound like reverse claustrophobia. Because I could be freaked out because for a little bit I worked as a plumber working with my dad, and we worked on it was a mansion, and dude, I was freaked out. You know how long it took to go, like.
From one
It
side
was
to the
so
other.
long, dude.
It was a 10-minute
It was longer than 10 minutes, I feel like.
It was a 10-minute elevator ride.
It's so long, dude. Like, what if someone calls you and they need you at that very second? You'll be there tomorrow? Like,
Hold on, I have to find my way out of my
yeah,
house.
it's like I would get lost all of the time. Dude, I'm the type
like-
of person
it's
that
like a-
needs GPS.
It's like in the mall, they have those fucking
Yeah,
giant stands.
I would have those.
The interactive map. You are here.
Dude, no, I wouldn't even have that. I would have the people who sit at the booths, like, stationed in my house.
Yeah, how do I find my map?
Nathan, I think you're gonna say something, right?
Oh my god, that's like the commercial with Ozzy Osbourne where he's got the directions on his phone. On the left, toilet. Oh.
Yeah, that's how it would be. Except mine isn't from years of hard drugs. It's from being me. I remember there was the commercial with Ozzy Osbourne where he was trying to say I want a black coffee, but no one could understand him because he's Ozzy Osbourne. So he had like on his phone, and it played I want a black coffee. It's like, oh yeah, sure, Ozzy.
Unsurprising.
You know,
Just Aussie things.
it's just like
With an O
mansions
or
are
an A?
big. Oh, dude, Aussie things or Aussie things? Aussie.
Aussie.
Sponge. Chad Birchall. But, yeah, we've been rocking for, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So...
Rocking and rolling.
We did a bit of rolling. I did a bit of rolling when Nathan mentioned the -7 times and then, like, needing to vomit, and that's why he thought of it. I rolled a bit, I'll be honest. Anyways, this has been Background Noise episode 247. Thank you guys all for being on. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, this has been the episode. I'm just gonna hit the stop recording button.
No!
You don't want me to,
Bye-bye.
but I'm gonna do it
Bye.
anyway. Bye!
Never-
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bite you.